This comment says, we use okay, let's go, and it's our dog's favorite thing to practice. It's great for triggers outside, but he struggles so hard inside, he constantly chooses fight. And this comment was left on a video where we're talking about teaching dogs to flight instead of fight. Fighting is expensive from an evolutionary perspective. And so mammals will choose flight when they perceive flight is an option. And that perception is key and can be clouded by variables like how often the dog has rehearsed the fight response, for example, might make that seem like the more viable and successful option. And certainly the dog's perception of their ability to use flight is a big piece. So inside or on leash are common places for dogs to not perceive that they have the option to move away. When my clients work on a flight cue, I have them practice it in 3 different ways. So the first way is no triggers. So you want to work in a space where there are no triggers. This could be inside your house, it could be in your yard, it could be at a park or a sniff spot, but you want to work somewhere where there aren't triggers and just practice the behavior together. So I might cue something like, let's go. I'm going to make sure my dog is with me, right? This isn't me dragging my dog away. It's really important that they're a collaborative part of the process. We move away a certain distance, and then I help them engage in a behavior like sniffing or licking to bring them down because that little bit of cardio. And so I can actually play this game of teaching the flight cue as an on-off switch game, which is a great way to build self-regulation. And we have a whole playlist on on-off switch games. So that's the first way I start teaching this flight cue. Once the dog knows the flight cue, then I have clients also practice it in what I call loaded spaces, no triggers. So you're now working in areas where triggers are common, but not currently present. And so inside, for example, maybe my dog often reacts at the front windows of my house. So at a quiet time of day, or I might, really close the blinds up and have my noise blockers going. We're going to go up to that part of the house together, the front windows where my dog normally reacts, and then I'm going to cue them away to their safe place. And if my dog doesn't have safe places in the house that they can go to relax and decompress, and where we have a lot of association with calm and relaxation and engaging in calming behaviors, I'm going to create that. And so we are moving from that loaded space, but with no triggers, to the safe place, and then calming, and then going. And so we're practicing. And again, we can adjust our speed and our excitement in our tone and the distance that we're going as needed for the dog to be successful, so that they're not coming up from running and staying up there. They can engage in that calming and come back down. And this can really, really help dogs, particularly in scenarios where they are commonly getting stuck. Another really common one is a shared fence line where the dog is constantly reacting to the neighbor dog or people walking by the front of the house or whatever it may be. And we pick that quiet time of day. We go from that point, that loaded point, but with no triggers, to our safe place. And then the third place that I have my clients use this is in real life scenarios as management. So anytime I'm helping my dog move away from a trigger, I'm using that flight cue. I'm saying the flight cue and helping them calm afterwards. And ultimately, because this is an internally reinforced behavior, the food is not reinforcing the behavior. The food is helping the dog calm down at the end. The sniffing, the licking, this is internally reinforced. The dog is going to feel relief. They survived the situation. You showed them how they could get away without engaging in that fight response, but engaging in that flight response. So it's going to feel much better in their bodies. And then we're going to see them be able to do that more and more on their own.